All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're unpacking a really significant and extremely contested report from a UN-commissioned body about the conflict in Gaza. It's a story with two very clear sides, a grave accusation on one and an immediate, forceful rejection on the other.
So let's start with the report's headline finding, stated right here by the Commission's chair, Navi Pillai. There is no ambiguity. The Commission, after doing its investigation, is accusing Israel of committing genocide.
And the response? Well, it came back just as fast and just as strong. Israel's foreign ministry completely rejected the report. They didn't just disagree, they called it distorted and false, and even framed the accusation as an anti-Semitic blood libel. So right there, you see the massive divide we're going to be exploring.
So, you might be wondering, where did this report even come from? Well, it's the work of a three-member team called the Commission of Inquiry. Now, it's important to note they were created by the UN's Human Rights Council. But, and this is a key point, their findings don't speak for the entire United Nations as an organization.
Okay, let's dive into the accusation itself. To really understand the weight of all this, we first need to break down exactly how and why the Commission came to this conclusion in the first place.
The backdrop for this whole investigation is, of course, the absolutely staggering human cost of the war. The report points to figures from the Gaza Health Ministry showing a death toll of more than 64,000 people. That number provides the stark context for the legal analysis that the Commission then gets into.
Now, the word genocide, it's not just a powerful word, it has a very precise legal meaning. The Commission based its findings on something called the 1948 Genocide Convention, and the two crucial parts here are not just the acts themselves, but the intent to destroy a specific group of people.
So here's how they built their case. The Genocide Convention lists 5 specific acts. The Commission's report says it found that 4 of these 5 acts have been committed in Gaza. The only one they concluded was not met was the forcible transfer of children to another group.
But it wasn't just about ticking boxes on a list. The Commission also pointed to a much wider range of evidence to support its finding of intent. This included what it called a total siege, blocking humanitarian aid that leads to starvation, the destruction of the healthcare system, and even an analysis of explicit statements made by Israeli leaders.
And the report doesn't just stop at identifying these acts. It goes a step further and assigns responsibility. The Commission's conclusion places that responsibility squarely with Israeli authorities right at the highest levels of leadership.
Okay, so that's the Commission's case, laid out pretty clearly. Now let's flip the coin and turn our focus to Israel's comprehensive takedown of these very, very serious charges.
Israel's response was a full-on rejection, not just of the findings, but of the Commission itself. The government called the report fake and went so far as to accuse the Commission members of being Hamas proxies with anti-Semitic views. And that, they say, is why Israel has refused to cooperate with them from the very beginning.
And to really understand the intensity of that rejection, you have to consider the context. For Israel, a nation literally founded as a haven for Jews after the Holocaust, the accusation of genocide is, well, it's uniquely painful and incredibly sensitive.
So, with such a stark accusation on one side and an equally stark rejection on the other, the big question is, what happens now? To answer that, we need to see where this report actually fits into the complex machinery of international law.
Okay, this is a really key thing to understand. Not all of these international bodies are the same. The Commission of Inquiry, the one that wrote this report, they can investigate and report. But, and this is a big but, their findings are not legally binding. They aren't a court verdict. That kind of power lies with bodies like the International Court of Justice, which handles disputes between countries, and the International Criminal Court, which can actually prosecute individuals.
So if it's not binding, you might be asking, what's the point? Well, here's the thing. Its main impact could be as a tool for those other bodies. Its documented findings could be submitted as evidence by prosecutors at the ICC, or in that separate ongoing genocide case that South Africa brought against Israel at the ICJ.
The report then ends with a direct appeal. The Commission calls on other countries around the world to take real, concrete action. Things like halting weapons transfers to Israel and taking steps to hold those it deems responsible to account.
And that really leaves us with the central question hanging over all of this. You have a report making one of the most serious accusations possible, and a complete, total rejection from the nation being accused. It really puts the focus squarely on the international community and asks, what, if anything, are they going to do next?